I hear a lot of people say that CGI changed their lives, and it's true. It changes a lot of lives. I just felt like I couldn't leave without talking about how it changed my life. I am Tara Sanders, and I am from Russellville, Arkansas. I don't know where I would be had CGI not come into my life. It starts way back in the second grade. I remember that was about the time that I decided that I hated math and it didn't make sense and was dumb. And literally the rest of my education was consumed by what math classes do I have to take? What math teachers am I going to have? How can I eke out a decent grade in this class? Who can I get to tutor me? What person can I go to for extra help? Who can I look off of for answers on the homework? Because I don't get any of this. Graduated high school, college was more of the same. I'm going to take the bare minimum math classes. I don't understand it. I hate it. Literally every problem in my life I could attribute to math in some way. Got a speeding ticket? Hey, there's math. Late for school? Hey, that's math again. Math is just, it's not for me. And I became a teacher, and honestly, I was a mediocre teacher at best. I wanted to be a great teacher, but I just felt like I was not equipped yet to be a great teacher. And then CGI happened, and I say it happened. It happened to me, and it literally changed the entire trajectory of my life. The entire trajectory of my life. We talk about how much CGI changes our students and the way our students think, but we don't always talk about how it changes us. My dream in life was to be a literacy specialist at our local education co-op. Well, I do work at that same educational service cooperative that I wanted to work at, but I'm not a literacy specialist. I'm a math specialist now. CGI empowered me. It made me not only understand math, it made me understand myself. It not only helped me persevere in what I do as a professional, but it helped me persevere in order to do the things that I want to do in life. So it not only impacted me as a teacher, but it impacted me as a person. And I literally cannot thank, I don't even know the creators of CGI, the original researchers behind CGI. I feel like I can't thank them enough for all the work that they put in all those years ago, not knowing that in 40 years it would be impacting teachers the way it is now. And I just feel like that's why I came back today, because I just felt like I was doing them a disservice by not coming back and just thanking them and letting them know that they are changing lives every day. When I left my year one CGI session going, okay, this is great and all, but how am I supposed to use a second grader's thinking to guide all of my instruction? I don't get that yet. Why is this a big deal? And I remember on the first day of school, I had run out of all those cutesy first day of school, get to know you type activities. So I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing that CGI thing. So you know what? All right, let's give it a try. And I remember gathering all my second graders up on the carpet and gave them all whiteboards, and I put some Unifix cubes in the middle, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna solve some problems. And I just started coming up with problems off the top of my head. And these kids, these same kids that the parents had come in and said, my kids they don't like math. They're not good at math. So just kind of, be easy on them or whatever. These same kids, I was asking problems, or I was giving them problems, asking them to solve, telling them they can solve in any way that made sense to them. And these same kids that were supposed to not like math were, when I was saying, okay, who wants to share what they did? Because at the time I wasn't big on, or I didn't understand focused inquiry. I wasn't a really purposeful questioner. I would just say, can you tell me what you did? Who wants to share? And every single kid would raise their hand and they wanted to share what they did. And I just remember that doesn't seem like a big deal, but the excitement the kids had in just being able to share what they did, that was kind of the first indicator for me that this was something worthwhile, because the kids wanted to do it. And probably the second thing that really made me go, I have arrived as a teacher, and it came about because of CGI. This is when I was teaching 4th grade, but I was still using CGI practices. I had a student who was a struggler, hard worker, but was a struggler. And I remember one day asking, does anybody else, we had already shared some of the work, and I asked, does anybody else want to share their work? And he said, well, I do, but it's wrong. And I said, that's okay. Do you want to share it anyway? And maybe we can talk about it. And he was like, sure. And so he got up and he shared, and the kids were like asking him questions about his work, and he was looking at it a different way. And there was just like this light bulb that went off. This child who struggles, sharing his mistake, these other kids being there for him, asking him questions in a non-judgmental way. And it was just this beautiful little family. And I just remember thinking, this is what we want. This is it. These kids interacting with each other, they are supporting each other. This climate of mistakes are okay. This is what we want. And I never would have gotten there without CGI.